stay in the background. Good morning to everyone, men, women, children around the world, all colors, all races, all languages. May you have the best day. And for whatever goals that you have set forth for yourself on this day, may those goals come into fruition. And as long as it benefits all of humanity. So here we deal with, caring for others, understanding others, but we also educate ourselves to to stand up and to expose, not only to expose, but to also, you know, uh, gain insight on how, bad or toxic or evil people, how they think. So today is a fitting topic. Yesterday, it might have sounded like a little heat was there, but no, this was after, time and time and time, and I hadn't said anything, directly to the individual, and since over years, the period of years, and I stayed quiet. I let the abuse go. I let all those little things go. So now I'm going to explain to you today because, for anything that you learn, you should be willing to share with another, especially if it can help another to stand. And this is what we do on this channel. This is what morning motivation is all about. It's to promote you to be the best you, even though there are things that are out there that are meant to, bring you down in some kind of way. We live in that kind of world where if a person is happy, the other person will try to bring you down just because they're not happy. So we don't care about those people, but we also stand up to those people. So, hopefully let that be a blueprint. And also I'm thankful, to that, the Ninja, the other channel, because the other channel, there are a lot of views, a lot of comments. I like that. But at the end of the day, there's proceedings going on, so I really can't talk too much, and I'm not going to get too deep. What I have to say about that matter is said and done. Now, let's bring it. So, let's get beyond that, because again, right, it's a new day. You don't let things like that get you. You know what I'm saying? Because this is what it's designed to do. So you continue to wake up. You continue to do the things that you do. You continue to do the things that make you the best that you can possibly be. But when you're dealing with bad people, dealing with toxic people, you make a way to get around them. You fortify yourself, even if you're entrapped in a situation where you have to be around those people. You make it so that your domicile, I believe that's how it's said, your domicile is protected, and it's protected with the Most High. Because that's the best protection that you can get. That protection will break down walls, and these people know it. These toxic people know it. That's why they fear truth. So today's topic is why bad or toxic people flock together like birds of a feather. So I'm going to go into it. I'm not going to give elaborate stuff. I'm going to give you the three reasons and then give a little commentary on them. And anyone that you're dealing with, you're going to realize the same thing. You're going to be like, man, what Dennis said is right. This really, they only have 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, and 3, and they're bam, they're exposed. But then with that being exposed, they are angry. You have to realize that. And we're going to discuss that also. So the number one reason that bad people, toxic people, they flock together, the number one reason is because they have a lack of soul. And by losing their soul, it could be through things that they experienced as a child, childhood trauma, or it could have been privilege, so it doesn't always have to be negative. It can be privilege, even if you grow up in a poor family. I know people who grew up in the poorest of families, but when I see them in social circles, they act like they're billionaires, you know what I mean? But the people that are around them believe it, so, let it go. But we're going to get into that also. And the second one is no identity, because you have to remember these people wear a mask. In order to do that, just like I just got through saying, I remember this one kid that, he grew up in the projects with us, but, as he grew up, smart, intelligent kid, but he would always tell people he came from middle class and this and that, and these people believed him, and that's the lifestyle he lives, but he's wearing a mask. But this person never comes back to where he grew up, and he doesn't come around people that he knew. So, you see, there's a penalty, to live in that delusion. So, again, no identity because they wear a mask, or they don't have to wear a mask. They can buy you. There's a lot of people out here that have that money, even people you don't think, the everyday person, and they buy things. That's a predatory trait or attribute that a person has when they use money to lure, and they're doing it for negative purposes. And then you deal with power, where people have power, whether it be corporate, whether it be, medical, whether it be, law. These people are in a position of power, so they'll, use their whatever's going on in their head to, bring it upon you. But the ultimate goal for all of these people is control over you, and that can be in a relationship, where a person is trying to control you. But these are the things that's inside of this person, and it's the only way that this person operates. And if you watch out this operation, then you'll be able to see something in someone in 2.2 seconds. So that will help you out, to help save you time and trouble. Number three is no self-esteem. Now, we have to remember, when it comes to esteem, you have to feel something for yourself. That's what builds you, that's what brings you up, that's what motivates you to do what you do. And when things get thrown into the mix to throw you off, it overwhelms you, and it just constantly overwhelms you. So, you have to realize that these people, they function on the same way. That's why they have to continuously do bad things to people, because they cannot look at themselves. They know that they're bad people, toxic people. They know this. They know what they do to people. And a good movie to explain that is the series, the Loki series, Loki, the Loki. And in that series, the whole series is about why he does bad things to people. And he tells you in there, he's like, I know that I do bad things, and he's like, I just can't help it. That's the most honest answer that you could ever get from a narcissist. That they don't know why they do what they do. They just have to do it. It's almost biological. It's almost like an addiction. Even though they know they're causing pain, they do it. So they don't have any self-esteem, because if they looked at themselves and took the time to look within, they'd see an empty person. So they don't do that. And you have to remember, because when we see behind the mask, we realize the person or persons in which you thought you knew. And that's the main thing for them. They have to continually cover the lie. So they'll go, they'll move away from you while still doing things to you. When, a way to look at this toxic bad is to look at narcissism, because they run hand in hand. And, these people don't forget. Now, we're going to get to that. But, once we see behind the person, the mask, and everything, you realize that everything and anything that you shared with that person or those persons or that place or that, whatever the situation, it was all one big lie. And we get stuck feeling like it might be our part. No, they lied to you. Don't look at it any other way and move on. They lied. You understand now? Move on. You stayed here and try to figure out the lie. Then they got you. So, one thing that we'll all realize when it comes to bad toxic people is that for any of the good that they do, there's a price tag that comes along with it. And that price tag is brainwashing, manipulation, and ultimately control over your life. Some way to make you bring you down, just like a puppet master. That's the end goal. This is what they want. They want people to bow down to them because they feel that they're up here. But when you're dealing with people who, don't look at nobody, put no one on a pedestal, you're asking for a problem. But it's not you that's asking for a problem. They just feel intimidated by you. So they have to remove you from the setting, remove you from the narrative and the fiction that they have already portrayed. Because remember, they're puppet masters. They're not just playing one person. They're playing everything around them. Like Loki said, it's what they do. Don't know why they do it, but it's what they do. And I really believe them when they say that. But I understand why the reason is because you lost your soul. You have no soul. And you can't get those people can't get their soul back. It's just too late for them. So, lastly, I want to leave you with the fact that the holidays are here. Red flag, happy holidays, but red flag. Alright, the holidays are here, and these people, these bad people, these toxic people, remember, they've been laying in wait, and this is the opportunity for them to get, to come out of the woods, to come out of the woodwork, and, to come back in and try. And this is for the ones that, started to catch on to what they were doing. So, they stayed out of the picture all year during COVID and everything else like that. They didn't speak to you, didn't do anything. And the reason is because they want you to forget. So when they pop up, you're dealing with so many other people and you're happy and you got family, all this other stuff is going on. It just moves themselves right back in. And they'll be like, oh, well, I'll give you a call next week. And they will. But it's to finish off what they started. So be prepared. So remember, happy people, when happy, we forget, but we also have to understand that these people, they use time. They use time so great. Again, you can look at the silent treatment that comes from a narcissist. It's the same principle. That's why in all my videos I say that everything is one. And if you start looking at everything as one, the world becomes a different place, because it's all the same program, just different mentalities of individuals using those programs and how they apply those programs to the people that they're affecting. So, like I said, I had to do this video. Normally I would have just, did a video and then like I've been doing. But like I said, the one thing I say is that if you put a video out there where you're, trying to get a point out, you want to make it clear that, that was said to be said and it's done. Now you move on to the next day. And that's how you deal with these people. You don't let them occupy anything that, you have going for yourself. So with that, everyone, have the most beautiful day. The videos are still here, and, for the collaboration channel that I work with, and for all of you people, um, you know, I just want to say have the most beautiful day, and remember to stand, because there's too much bad out here, to bring people down. All we have to do is open our door and look around, not even just look at your phone. So we know the times are getting bad, but it doesn't have to make us into bad people. And with that, everyone, men, women, children, all races, all colors, all languages around the world, may you have the best day, have the most beautiful day. And again, for whatever goals that you have set forth for yourself, let it benefit all of humankind, because humankind needs it. Even the people who are bad and toxic, have hope that these people can come out of it. It's something that won't be done, but you can still, because again, on this channel we care about all of humanity. We know that everybody is being played against one another, even the bad people, even the toxic people. They're being played against one another too, and they're in a sad state. So we can feel sympathy, but also let us all stand. With that, everyone, have